Do you need a simple way to do some memory keeping this fall season? Well, I have the solution for you. Hello there, I'm Hillary with Creative Faith & Co. And today I'm going to be setting up my fall journal. Now, these fall journals I have been using to document the fall season. They come with prompts on each of the pages, and I love using these to, again, document what happens in the autumn. And it's really fun because it's a creative way to document your memories. And so I love taking time at the beginning of the season to set it up. And yeah, it's just a fun time to be creative and get ready for the season ahead. So I am going to set my timer for 25 minutes. That way I can not spend hours upon hours doing this because I don't have time for that. But I've been working on the computer all day and I really need a screen break. So I'm going to set my timer and just spend 25 minutes playing and setting these up. I do have setup videos for these journals as well as full flip through videos of these. So if you want to see more, you can check those out. And then I'm hoping by the time I publish this video, I will also have my autumn Creative Faith Wonderland free online course that has a ton of fall inspiration in it. And so I'll have a link to join that in the description box below too if you want to see that. And so I'll tell you a little bit about what I pulled to use today. I did reprint a few of my Creative Faith printables that I like to use. So I reprinted my fall floral mugs. This is definitely my most used printable for fall. And it comes with a lot of these hand lettered phrases that I love to use as well. I also printed the fall floral borders and corners printable. This is another great one to use to decorate. And then I also pulled my autumn bucket list printable and I printed it at 50% because this year I'm actually using the B6 size. So it comes in 4 different sizes. There's an A5 size, which I think is this one actually, which is 5.7 by 8.25. And then this one behind it is just slightly skinnier and taller. It's 5.5 by 8.5. And then I had the B6 size and a traveler's notebook size. I love having the bigger one because I have a lot of fun fall documenting, but I didn't want to purchase another one because I actually have to purchase my own journals on Amazon. So I went with the B6 size. And I do have a process video making this vision goals mood prayer board for the season. And so I'll link that video down below, as well as where you can get these journals on Amazon and the printables I mentioned. I'll also have those linked down below. So now let's jump in and actually get creative. So I did have some leftovers of the things I printed from Pinterest to make this. So I thought we could sprinkle those around the pages. But I wanted to use some stickers on the front to put 2025 down. And then I also like to label the spine as well, because then on my bookshelf, I have all of my different years lined up. But I thought it'd be fun to use stickers to do the year instead of just the pen. But I really love these little shuttle art permanent markers because they're nice and thin. So that is really great. And I'll write 2025 autumn. And then we'll put some stickers for the front. I like these ones because they're a teeny bit smaller than these ones. So I'll just like lightly set them down before I push them down. 20, 25. I think I'll scoot them to the left just a teeny bit. And I'll just kind of jump around and work on some of the different pages. I definitely want to cut out the bucket list. So, the year down. Kind of fun having the stickers. I really like that. So adorable. I love getting to use my beautiful supplies. Next, I have the inside, and I have my fall leaf notepad, which I could maybe put a page here. I often like to do like a little prayer here. And then it's also fun to kind of pull some of these elements to use in the inside cover as well too. I think this is a good summary, the little this autumn section. Kind of like a part 2 of the mood board. Maybe instead of the notepad, I'll just put this one down and add some elements around it. That would be kind of cool. So I'd love to know what you are looking forward to this autumn. It is a really fun season, always kind of a busy season, but I just love fall. 2025. And maybe I'll cut one of the little mugs to go next to it. Maybe the one with the pumpkin. I think that would be cute. One thing I should have done before I started filming this was sit and cut out a bunch of these elements. That's what I'll often do during, like while I'm watching TV, YouTube videos at night. I'll kind of prep and cut out a bunch of things. I'm loving how that's looking, and maybe I'll use one of these fall florals, a little one down the side. I think that would be neat. And I wanted to remind you, I do have Creative Faith Fall Magazine. So that is a really fun place if you love fall to pick that up and check that out. And then I also have a fall apparel line in my Etsy shop. So there's a baseball cap, a sweatshirt, a long sleeve shirt, and a t-shirt. And they are so comfy and so cute. So you can check those out as well. I have a YouTube video where I unboxed them. That was really fun. So another thing I kind of want to add is one of these cute little girl stickers. I love Paperminty Studio, and she just has the prettiest artwork. And so I thought it would be fun to include one of her little girl stickers. I think I love this one. Girl has a mug, which I think is very cute. That there. And I feel like I should put another one of her little stickers around. Maybe this bow one would be cute. Right there. Oh, I love that. I really want to make like a fall bow printable that I could use for my different spreads. Alright, so I got the little title page, and then I'll add this journal belongs to Hillary. I first made these back in 2021, so it's so fun to have a little collection of seasonal journals. So I think on this blank page will be the perfect spot for my notepad. And these notepads, I still have a handful of them left in the Creative Faith Etsy shop. And they are really perfect for fall. I love using them for gratitude journaling, prayer journaling, scripture writing. Could use them for making to-do lists as well. But I think that looks really pretty. And let's see if there's any of these I want to use. Maybe I'll pull out my prayer and put that on top, and then off camera I will write a prayer. Sometimes it is really tricky to pray and talk through it. I'll cut it in half. I already only have 15 minutes left, but that's okay. Ooh, I like it. And I want to cut out one of the little amens as well and put that at the bottom. I think that would be a nice way to kind of frame the little leaf. And I want to get to the bucket list and also just like sprinkle down these little guys. Let's see. That sort of fits. So we'll keep going. I love how this turned out. Just so cute. Future plans. I need to reprint my fall planner spreads printable, because that has little months in it that I want to use. And I had hoped I would have my fall decorate with me video done, but it's not quite done yet. But I definitely am working on it. So hopefully that'll be the next video that goes up after this. I'm definitely not one of those creators who is like months ahead of the holidays. And that's okay. That is definitely okay. So I'm going to trim down the bucket list printable. I love this one because it comes with several different types of bucket lists. So there's a wellness bucket list and a craft bucket list and a couple generic bucket lists. So kind of fun to have different categories of bucket lists. And I love how I can just scale it down and it will fit my little B6 journal. And don't forget also to look through your files in your computer and reprint old Creative Faith printables that you've purchased, and you can reprint them again for personal use. So please don't, share them with your mom, your sister, your friend. But for your personal use, you can print them again, which is why I just love printables, because it's like a one-time investment that just keeps on giving. All right, I can set these aside, little scraps. So places I want to go this fall. I kind of thought I could put this one over here for places I want to go this fall. And then there is a bucket list spread. So there's the wellness bucket list, the faith bucket list. I guess I didn't do a craft one. I have that in one of my bucket list printables. So let's see, I put one of these in my planner in September, so I definitely want to not use that one again. Oh, but I have it's next to my bills, which I don't really want to put that online. but it's one that starts with baked pumpkin bread. So I'm going to set this one aside and not use that. I'll probably maybe put this bucket list one here and do the faith one here. That would be kind of fun to have kind of faith specific ideas to make the season special. I love having bucket lists because it just gives you something to look forward to. Not that I complete them or check all of these off. It's just fun to have some different ideas of things to do. Have the faith one on one side and the generic one on the other side. And then I think I'll go back to places I want to go this fall and put the blank one down. Although I think last year I ended up using that side to glue a bunch of photos. Let's see. Yeah. I wonder if I should leave it blank, or I could put it at the top. Well, let's just keep going. We'll see what else we can find. I always love the self-care bingo board, and I think instead of gluing the wellness one here, I can just copy over some of those elements into the side. So let's do some salt bath, fall photo walk, one of my husband and my favorite traditions. Ooh, create pumpkin spice homemade marshmallows. That sounds so good. Create pumpkin spice homemade marshmallows. That one barely fits. Let's see what else. Buy local produce. Watch leaves fall with cup of tea. Sounds so nice. I really want to make a fall simmer pot. And unplug for the day. That is a good one. Ooh, eat dinner by candlelight. So we'll kind of keep brainstorming more of those later. One of the sections I did want to work on is the books section. So, of course, reading the Bible is the most important book that you can read. But I have always loved reading, and I miss reading for fun. Not that reading the Bible isn't fun, but sometimes it's just nice to read other things. And so I've already read 3 books so far this September. And so this first one, I don't think it's necessarily a good thing to read books with a ton of, spice in it. Like spicy scenes, bedroom scenes. But this one is a young adult one, and so there's none of that in it. And if you go to Barnes and Noble and buy something in their like Starbucks coffee shop, you can get this book for $5. And look at how pretty the spine is. And I read this so fast, and it was so cute and so good, and I was so sad when it ended. So I'm going to add that. So pumpkin spice and everything nice by Edie. Not going to try to pronounce her last name. And then I was at Target the other day, and there was another young adult one when I looked it up, like a young adult fall themed one that looked good and not spicy. And then another thing, I don't really like scary things, but when I was at Goodwill the other day, I saw these Nancy Drew books and got them and devoured them very quickly. And it's like the perfect amount of mystery, fall, it's not that scary. And so I really loved reading these. I should probably get a library card and go to my local library to check some out instead of buying them. Secret of Red Gate Farm. So anyways, those were really good and I wanted to document that. And I wanted to use, this is a set of Paper Minty Studio stickers. And I feel like there was one with books where she was like a reader. Oh, I already used the girl reading. But I can put the little books on the page. And here's a little bunny with books. That's kind of cute. And let's see. Got our bucket list, bingo board. What else do I want to include? Oh, probably a prayer list for the season. Definitely want to do that. And I think I even have a little mug that says pray on it. Well, a prayer. Perfect. Because prayer is so important, and I love making like a seasonal prayer list so I can reference this back throughout autumn. And then I think there's some different verses I have also about prayer that I can add to the page. Maybe I'll do this Delight in the Law of the Lord one for the Bible verses for autumn page. That would be a good idea. So I'm going to do, maybe I'll even include this guy and make a prayer list. Use this to make a little prayer list. Kind of like that. It's fun to incorporate these different things that I've made into my journaling. So put that down. And then on this side, I'll add my little full of prayer mug. And that is looking very nice. My other pages, I have fall recipes, movies, adventures, all crafts to make. Oh, I want to do what is God teaching me this season and use the little borders and corners for this page. That way it'll have a little hint of fall, but not be too, I don't want it to cover too much of the page where I don't have room to write. It's so fascinating, looking back on the pages from, the past year. Like last year, during fall was when my husband had his appendix removed. And God certainly taught us a lot about that. But just reminders of God's faithfulness, because that's why it's so important to journal and document and write things down, because then you can look back and be reminded on, wow, look at all God did during the season. Oh, that's my timer. All done. I definitely did not get super far on this project. Didn't get a ton decorated, but that's okay. That's just how it goes sometimes. And yeah, I wish I had more time to be creative and, prep every single page in here. But again, that just doesn't always happen that way. And I wanted to get this video at least, started and posted to inspire you for this fall. And two, it's probably a good idea that I don't decorate, every single page to its fullest, because then what would I do throughout the season? It's kind of fun to have, some elements of creativity left to explore and play with during the fall. And I definitely want to make these little creative breaks more a part of my routine. A lot of my work is super computer heavy. And so I love just, okay, I'm going to set the timer for 25 minutes and just kind of play and have fun and chat with you. So, yeah. And that's kind of what I did. So, didn't get super far, but why don't we put down this bucket list too, with places to go this fall? Because I have it cut out and ready to go. And I might also just put this little piece down too, because it's ready and on my desk. That was the fall Bible verses. I can find it. Okay, Bible verses for fall. And I think I have a little Bible. Oh, maybe I don't. I thought in this there was a little Bible, which I know there is, but I think I just didn't print it again. But this is a great verse to have on the Bible verses for fall. All right, as much as I would love to continue playing and being creative, I should step away now and get back to work, working on my computer stuff. But she says as she rips more washi tape out. But I hope you will definitely check out the different resources I mentioned in this video. You can pick up a fall journal that you're going to work through and use for documenting this season. So definitely pick one of these up on Amazon. Also check out all of the Creative Faith fall resources I mentioned, like the Autumn Apparel collection, as well as the Creative Faith Autumn magazine and the Creative Faith Autumn Wonderland free online course that has links to lots of my past fall videos and photos and things like that for lots of fun autumn inspiration. So, thank you so much for being here and for watching. I pray that God really helps you have a beautiful fall season. I know He has so many amazing things in store, and that, yeah, you just see His hand at work in every area of your life. So, again, don't forget to comment below what is something you're excited for fall. We do this thing every year called the Fruit Loop, and so that is one thing that I am extremely excited about. We're coming up very soon. I'm just going to see if I can find. Here are some of the pictures from last year and some of the places that we went. So that's one thing that I am very much looking forward to for fall. But I would like to hear from you. What is something you're looking forward to during this fall season? And let me know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any Creative Faith videos. And I will see you next time. Bye, friend.